I think a lot of our negative thoughts pertains to kind of our view on the world and on situations. And that makes sense because if we constantly view our world and our situations and who we are in a negative light, then that is going to kind of rewire how our brain thinks and how we react to things. If we constantly just think like everything sucks, my life sucks, this happened to me, and that is why my life sucks, and I never get anything good, nothing good comes to me, just everybody around me hates me, every bad thing happens to me. If we view our lives like that, then you're always going to think about your life like that. Even when something good happens, you're going to think, oh, I don't deserve it, or, oh, it's good right now, but eventually it's going to crumble and it won't last long. If we think negatively like that, then that's how we're going to experience life. That's how you're going to view literally everything that comes into your life, is that you just don't deserve it, or it's not going to last, or good things just aren't meant for me. If that's what you think, then that's how you're going to experience life. But do you want to experience life in that way? Our thoughts have so much power over us because they work with our mind. The way we think about our lives is the way that we live it. And so if you constantly think that bad things happen to you, and you constantly think that nothing good is ever going to come to you, or that the good things that come to you aren't going to last long, or you don't deserve it, then that's how you're going to live your life. And that's what you're going to live in until you make the change, until you make the decision to let go and accept and just view life a different way. You can always find some sort of appreciation, some sort of gratitude in every scenario. When you start thinking that there is so much good around you, then you start to notice that that is true and that there is so much good around you. And the things that we kind of took for granted, we kind of just realize that we're so lucky to have. Our thoughts dictate the way that we live our lives, and it's really important that we don't get stuck in sticky thoughts. I feel like when we live in negativity and we live in kind of just aggressiveness or resentment, I feel like that kind of bleeds into various different parts of our lives. Like, it bleeds into our relationships, our situations, and it has an effect on the people around us. It's okay to be sad sometimes, and it's okay to just be mad, but you shouldn't live every second of your life thinking that nothing good happens to you and that you don't deserve anything good, because you do deserve good. You deserve love. You deserve light. You deserve joy. You deserve the good things that happen to you. And you deserve to look for light and love in the world. And there's so much around you. Some days you have to look a little bit harder, and some days you have to force yourself to sit in the ickiness and then sit in the stillness. And sometimes you have to look a little harder and try to pick it out, try to find it. But I promise you that it's all around you, and there is love all around you. You have the power to change your life by changing the way you think about life. Thoughts are just another part of mind junk and mind garbage. And you have to realize them. You have to say, hey, mind, hey, brain, thank you for that thought. I'm aware of it. I know it, but I don't need that right now. And right now, I'm going to be here in this moment and not think about that, and not think about what's stressing me out, not give it the time right now. But thank you, I recognize it. And then start to, after you say that to your mind, start to look for the things around you that you love and what you're grateful for in your life right now. When you're filled with more gratitude, then gratitude sprouts itself all around you, and things just keep happening that you're just so grateful for. And then you stop with that cycle of negativity. Things just are what they are. Like I discussed before, everything just is what it is. And you can't change what you can't control. The only thing that you can control is how you respond to situations and how you think about situations. If you think negative, then that negativity rubs off on yourself, on your life, on everything around you. But if you think positively, then that also rubs off on yourself, on your life, and on everything around you. And it's so much easier to live in joy and in positivity and in light than it is to live in the darkness. Our thoughts have a lot of power over our life. So if you think negatively, then you're going to live negatively. If you think positively, then you're going to live positively. And you're going to manifest those things into your life. If you constantly think that bad things happen to you and nothing good comes to you, then that's the energy you're putting out, and that's the energy you're going to get back. And you have no faith in the world, and you have no faith in the universe, then that's what you're going to get. But if you think positively and you think good things happen to me, and even though the situation is hard, there's things I can find that are so beautiful that I've never really noticed before. If you think that and you think positively and you just trust and you let go and you accept what it is to live in this moment right now and what it is to be alive right now, then you're going to notice that good things start coming and more good things start happening to you because your eyes opened to the good things in your life. Your eyes are open to what it feels like to be alive and what it feels like to be happy and to be positive and to live in love and not live in hatred and to live in light and not live in darkness. It's easier said than done to think positively, and it's a lot easier to think like that when everything is going good. But I promise you, if you change the way that your mind thinks and you kind of change your self-concept of life and your view of yourself and the world around you, then the world is going to start to change and your life is going to start to change and you're going to draw in so much love and so much positivity and just so much gratitude. And that's the key to life. The key to life is being present and being grateful for what you have and just not worrying about the future. A lot of negative thoughts, I believe, come from thinking about the future, and that comes from somebody who spent a lot of time thinking about the future and would spend a lot of time in negativity and worry and anxiety because I was so anxious about the future and about what my life was going to look like in years from now than what I'm living. And I didn't spend time just appreciating the world around me, and I didn't spend time just appreciating where I'm at. And then I just realized that if I let that go and I just start to appreciate things and start to look for the good and everything, then all those negative thoughts I had aren't true. And life actually is beautiful. And life actually is what I make it. And there's so much good in every day. And there's so much good to come. A way that helps me get out of negative thoughts and into positive thoughts and kind of just takes me away from my mind is listening to music. And so this brings us to Wellness with Wallows. Wellness with Wallows is my segment on this channel dedicated to my love for music. During this segment, we look at songs and we look at lyrics and we kind of pick out the beauty in the song and in music in general, and kind of the power that artists have to transcend time and transcend generations and lives to speak to people through their music and kind of open up their eyes and help them realize things that maybe they've never realized before. The wellness part is because music helps us be well and stay well, and the Wallows part is because Wallows is my favorite band. So the song I'm going to be discussing today is Across the Universe by the Beatles. I originally first heard this song from a Fiona Apple cover that was in the movie Pleasantville, and for years I thought that was her song, but I guess it's not. I guess it's the Beatles song, which is even cooler. So the song was originally written by the Beatles, which makes sense because there's a lot of really beautiful lyrics in this. And when I listened to the original version of it, I was like, whoa. So I would like to point out a couple lyrics that I really adore in this song, and it kind of relates to today's topic as well. The first lyric I would like to point out is in the first verse of the song, and it's pools of sorrow, waves of joy are drifting through my open mind, possessing and caressing me. And I think that is kind of just what we talked about. So sadness and joy are emotions that we are going to feel constantly through a cycle. And they either take over you or they console you and they calm you. And it's just kind of the way that you look at it. Emotions are difficult, but they're necessary. If you find the way to feel emotion and not let it take over you and not let it take over your thoughts, then, everything is going to be okay. And you'll kind of find out that those emotions have a way of consoling you and healing you and helping you grow. The second lyric I would like to point out is, I think, my favorite in the song. It's towards the end of it, but it's limitless, undying love, which shines around me like a million suns. It calls me on and on across the universe. And I love this lyric because I think it kind of explains love and the beauty in living in like 2 sentences. To me, it just means that there is a love all around us, and it is limitless and it is unconditional, and we can find it in people, but also in music, in books, in film, in in hobbies, in the wind, in the trees, in earth. You can find it in so many corners of the world, and it just fills you up and it shines in your heart, and it kind of changes the way that you live life and changes the way that you respond to the world around you. Love is such a powerful force, and it truly is undying, and it's forever. Love is forever. No matter where you find it, it's forever, and it constantly calls for you, and you find it constantly in anything you can, and it always sticks with you. There's things that you found in different parts of your life that you carry with you because you found so much love and so much light and so much just peace in it that it woke you up and it changed the way that you lived, and it kind of just made you love life and appreciate living. I don't know. I kind of struggle to find the words to explain this lyric and what I love in it, because it's just so beautiful and it's just so true. And I think we probably don't really need to put more words around it because it just explains itself so well. The last lyric that I like to talk about is the main lyric in the song, and it goes, "Nothing's gonna change my world." And I love this because it's so simple, and I think it just kind of drives our whole point home today, because the way that you view life and the way that you think about life, if you think positively and you live in appreciation, then no matter what happens to you, no matter what life throws at you, no matter what your mind throws at you, no matter what you go through, nothing is going to change your world, and nothing is going to change the way that you live, because you just live with so much love, undying love, limitless love. No matter what happens, nothing can change the way that you choose to live your life. No negative thing, no difficult scenario can change the love you have for the world and the love you have for your life and the people around you and yourself. And we all live in our own individual world, and we all have a soul that knows us better than we know ourselves and a soul that's inside of us. Nothing can take that away from you. No matter what happens, nothing can change your soul. So, good things come and go, bad things come and go. But what matters is how you think about that process and how you view life. And it's okay to have negative thoughts sometimes, but just recognize that and know that there is so much beauty in the world and that there's so much love around you and that your thoughts have the power to change the way that you live life. And know that you're going to be okay, and I'm here for you.